Yes, it's finally here. This is the new Wltoys 104002, also known as the Violent. Okay, the name's not great, but we have to admit it does look fantastic. Last year I tried the brushed version of this buggy. It was slow out the box and it had some chassis flexing issues, but apart from that, it wasn't a bad buggy at all. I'm guessing everything on this buggy is identical to the brushed version. The only difference is the brushless system. We'll take a closer look under the body shell in a moment, but let's find out what we get in the box first. So let's take a look at what we get in the box then. Now we get a 3000 mAh 2S LiPo battery with this. This is one of the largest ready to run LiPos I have seen from the guys at Wltoys. It actually has some decent weight to it and this should give us some decent runtime. We've got a standard issue Wltoys USB charger, a parts bag, and there's a screwdriver in there, there's some screws, some spare links and a cross wrench. You also get some washers because you will need to fit the rear wing. It doesn't come pre-fitted out the box, it's a very simple process, 2 screws and a couple of washers. You get a black and white manual, and this is actually quite nice. It's in a lot more detail compared to some of the other Wltoys manuals out there. What's nice is you do get some exploded diagrams, you've got your parts lists, a lot nicer than some of the previous manuals. Moving on to the transmitter, again Wltoys special, but this is the updated one, and we can tell because we've got the blue wheel, we've got a nice foam grip. The range on this should be a lot better, because it is upgraded. Also we've got our usual steering trim and we've got our speed switch, so we can turn the power down if you're just starting out. 4 AA batteries will be required to get you up and running. So that's all we get in the box with the Violent. Now I know you're not here to see what you get in the box, you're here to see the buggy. You want to find out what is going on under that body shell, so let's do that now. We'll talk about all the chassis features in a moment, but let's talk about the electronics first of all. Now we've got a 4500 kV 3650 brushless motor with a heatsink. We've got a 45 amp ESC. Now that's a little bit disappointing. I would have maybe liked to have seen a 60 amp ESC, but that's just me being a little bit picky. We've got a standalone receiver, and again I hope we don't get any delay issues like we did on the 1/14th scale buggy. We've also got a 3-wire servo, which I don't believe is metal geared. It is going to be plastic geared. But what's nice is we can upgrade that because it is a 3-wire servo. We've got a Dean style connector fitted as standard. We've got the on and off switch just down there. And overall not a bad little electronic setup considering this is a 1/10th scale buggy. One of the things I really like about the Wltoys models are the really nice silky smooth shocks. These things are aluminium oil filled. They feel really good, just as you would expect. This thing is covered in metal components. We have got metal shock towers, metal hinge pin holders, front and rear, fully adjustable turnbuckles. We've got metal centre drive shafts, metal CVD drive shafts on the front, and metal dog bones on the rear. The battery tray is nice and large, and this will accommodate various different LiPo sizes. We've also got a metal chassis, and as you would expect, metal front and rear diffs and ball bearings throughout. Unfortunately, on the brushed version, the chassis did flex. Now, they haven't actually gone to any effort to make a top deck or a top brace of any sort, which would help with that chassis flexing issue. That's a little bit of a shame, and it still exists on the brushless. So let's talk about those tyres very quickly then, because they are exactly the same as the tyres that you get on the brushed version. These things are made for the carpet. They're not really made for on-road use or off-road use, and they're going to wear down very quickly. Now, they're not too bad. They'll definitely get the job done, but they may be one of the first things that you upgrade. So there we go then, that is the Wltoys 104002 Violent. Now all I'm going to do is charge the battery up, we'll get out and we'll see how this thing performs. I'm going to take it to my local track, we'll see how it gets on there. We'll also do a 2S speed test. I want to see how this thing performs out the box, which is why I'm not going to be doing any modifications whatsoever. I'm not even going to grease the diffs, because as far as I'm concerned, this thing is sold as a ready to run, so it should be ready to run straight out the box. Right, let's head out and see how this buggy performs. So here we go then, let's see how the 104002 performs. We've come to one of my favourite locations. I absolutely love this little track, and today we're going to see how it performs. Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting to see this one on the channel. The brushed version wasn't too bad. Yes, it did have its issues. Those tyres aren't that grippy at all. Yeah, they're not really suited to this surface. It is a quick little buggy though. So this is on 2S, the included 3000 milliamp hour 2S pack. It's a quick little buggy. It certainly doesn't hang about. So initial impressions, handles really well. The shocks feel nice. But on this surface, those tyres are struggling for grip a little bit. It is a quick little buggy, this. It actually handles the jumps really well, thanks to those really nice oil-filled shocks. And that is one of the things I really like about the Wltoys range. Yeah, the early models used to come with empty shocks, even though they said they were oil-filled, but look, they've definitely made some changes. Very nice. It handles the jump really well. What a little beast. What a little beast. So these things aren't cheap, £175. That's quite a bit of money for this. Is it really worth that? Drop a comment down below. Now guys, just like with the 144010, this thing has got a slight delay on the throttle. Just try and demonstrate that now. It is only milliseconds, but it's definitely noticeable. Once you're going, it's absolutely fine. But from a standstill, it is definitely noticeable. Now that's a little bit disappointing. I wasn't expecting the Violent to have the same issue as the 1/14 scale buggy. You can fit your own transmitter and receiver, which should sort the issue out. But this thing is selling for £175 at the moment, which is over $200. And for that money, you expect a really good, ready-to-go car straight out the box. So we've had some fun with it on the track. Let's find out how fast this is on 2S and 3S. Right, so quick speed test then. Let's see what this thing can do on 2S. It's a quick little buggy, this. Even on 2S. The tyres don't feel too bad on road, actually. Not ideal, though. What do we think? 25, 27 miles per hour, something like that. I think we're going to see about 25. A little bit of delay on the throttle there again. It's definitely noticeable. It's not a deal breaker, but the lag is definitely there. Just like with the 144010. Not bad range. Right, let's see what we got. 32 miles per hour. Now that's actually surprised me because I was expecting a little bit less. Right, so I've got a 3S pack in there now. Let's see how fast we can go on 3S. 3S has definitely made this thing lively. Now I think we might see more than 40. It is lively on 3S. That is quick. That is really quick. Yeah, that throttle delay is a little bit annoying. Right, let's see what we got. 45 miles per hour. That is actually quite impressive. So there we go then, not bad speeds at all on 2S and 3S. Now off-road performance, yeah, not too bad. Those tyres aren't that great though, and that throttle delay is definitely noticeable. So would I recommend this over the 144010? Now I absolutely love that little buggy, and apart from that very slight throttle delay, that thing was a great all-rounder. Cheers for watching today, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got loads of great stuff coming up in the next few weeks. You're not going to want to miss that, so make sure you've got notifications turned on. Cheers for watching. I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.